Alright, hey everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic, magical day. No, I just borrowed that from Alexandria Ryan. I hope you're having a great day. It's not a self-care Sunday, so you don't have to do something to take care of yourself, but it's better if you do. All days are better if you spend a little time taking care of yourself. So I'm starting with my Black Rice Toner by Jindo Korea. It's kind of become my favorite toner because it's one of the stronger ones. I feel it working and I'm not offended by the smell. And I feel like it does a good job and it responds well to the stuff I have to put on my face to make myself look decent. So, and it also turns my face bright red, so you know, it's a sign it's working, right? I had like white fluff on my eyelashes. That was really weird. So I don't know about y'all, but this has not been my greatest week ever when it comes to makeup. As you know, I started trying to learn makeup and wear makeup every day for one reason and one reason only. Because I had fallen in love with the P. Louise Advent Calendar, and after watching it for 3 years and thinking, you know, 3 years when I actually had the money where I could have bought it, and thinking it would be such a waste because I don't wear makeup. So why would I buy a $300 Advent Calendar I'm never going to use? So my husband finally was like, so start wearing makeup. If you want it so bad, but you won't let yourself do it because you don't wear makeup, there's a very simple solution. Just freaking wear makeup. And I said, do you? No. And you know what? He's right. If the only reason I won't let myself get it is because I don't wear makeup, well, the only person keeping me from wearing makeup is me. And a stubborn desire to prove to my mother you don't have to wear makeup to be a success in the business world. My mother's dead. There's nobody left to prove it to. So, I started wearing makeup. And in fact, I am testing out a new brand of makeup that I have no idea what brand it is because they sent it to me in a black tube. I'm supposed to wear it for 3 days, but I'm not sure they gave me enough for 3 days, honestly. Yesterday I had to put it on the way they said, and they said put it on with your fingers. I don't like putting on my foundation with my fingers. I think it looks worse when you do that. And it adds unnecessary oil to your skin and whatever else is on your fingers. And yes, I washed my hands before I did it, but still. So your hands are kind of like your first line of defense with bacteria. Like, they are in everything. And plus, I just don't think they can do as even a coverage as brushes or a makeup sponge. So today I'm trying it with a makeup sponge. Now, it is slightly yellow and it's an SPF skin tint. I'll spend a lot of time outside, but sure. I don't want to get burned if I do go outside, that's for damn sure. It's skin tint, a tinted SPF moisturizer. It is a tinted SPF moisturizer, not necessarily anything else. So, but yeah. I tried to review my box of the brand that I'm using right this moment, but will not be mentioning the name of on this channel ever again, because they're on my star list. And if this video goes up before the one does explaining that, I will explain it Sunday. And honestly, this probably will go up before Sunday, so there you go. I promise I will explain what my star list is. But, yeah. I got a box that I paid 50 bucks for, and it was all, most of the makeup was either expired or close to expiring, or shades that nobody in their right mind wants to wear. Or at least nobody with my skin tone. There's probably people that love it, but I ain't one of them. But it was all close to expiration, which pisses me off. Why did I spend $50 for makeup that's about to expire? So I reached out and reached out on TikTok and got blocked by their customer service. I reached out by email, haven't got a response, and I left a review on their website that I'm guessing will never see the light of day, because since it's their website, they can choose not to post 1-star reviews. But let me tell you, if it doesn't, you can never trust another review on their website, because it means they're not posting the low ones, which means they are artificially inflating their reviews. So yeah, that really pissed me off. And then, why am I putting this on right now? I am just doing things in whatever order they come to me. So that happened. And then, of course, I watch P. Louise, her TikToks every day, and respond to most of them because I love her and I love her brand. And yesterday I left my first non-positive comment on one of her videos, and it wasn't trolly or anything, but she announced yesterday that she's been listening to her fans and that the cost of her advent calendar is a lot, so she wants to give us more time to pay it off and do payments. Peachy keen cool, that sounds awesome. She specifically said she remembered what it was like when her mom, you know, when she was growing up, and she grew up very poor, and how much her mom appreciated when companies did like layaways and things like that, which that's basically what this is a layaway. So she's decided to release her advent calendars early. This week. She's releasing them this week. Which, yay, on one hand, but on the other hand, if you remember and understand what it is to be poor and have to be very close with your budget, do you really think I can just come up with 40 quid in a week? Did I just have that floating around extra in my budget? I assure you I don't. So I spent most of last night crying because I don't have the money to get the calendar this week. I thought I had till August if I wanted to make payments. So I don't have it budgeted today. And that's the entire reason I started this. So, yeah, spent most of yesterday crying. And then I feel stupid for crying over freaking makeup. It's just makeup, right? I mean, there's such bigger things in the world to be concerned with or upset about. Why am I crying over makeup? But I'm crying, I'm not really, because I'm disappointed. I was working really hard towards something, and through no fault of my own, I've now probably failed. And that sucks. And it feels like a betrayal in some ways. And I know that sounds stupid, and I know she doesn't owe me anything, but she's doing this So more people who have to be tight with their budget will be able to get her advent calendar, except if you have to be tight with your budget, you can't just whip out 40 quid in a week without warning. 40 quid is 40 pounds, by the way. I spent a while working with some people from the UK, and I got used to some of their slangs, and there's some of their slang that just have never left my vocabulary, which is using quid when I'm angry to say pound, because they do that. I don't call it a trash can, I call it the bin. Half the time I call my trunk my boot, just because I spent enough time around them and I really liked it, and having somebody else use those words helped me become more proficient using them, and it just became a thing. So yeah. And if it's 40 pounds, that means, hey Siri, how much is 40 pounds in US dollars? $53.75. Do you know what $53.75 gets? Doesn't even pay for my meds that I had to buy this week. So I was joking yesterday, I could just not get my meds this month, and hey, there's my $50, but my meds were $65, so. Actually, yeah, I could have not got my meds and got my makeup advent calendar instead, but that would be stupid. And we try not to do stupid around here. We don't always succeed, but we try. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I have this whole big advent calendar season plan, and I have been saving money and putting it aside and planning for it for a couple of months now. And the big centerpiece, kind of, or day 24, was the P. Louise advent calendar. But we'll see if that actually happens now. I don't know. I just felt very defeatist today. Yesterday and today. I feel like I have been putting a lot of time into this, and I've gotten so many rejections lately. So, I don't know. I know rejections are part of the game, but I'm just so tired of getting rejection after rejection after rejection, or disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. You know, like people saying, sorry, we don't want you in our training program because we don't think you're gonna make it. Yeah, that got told to me this week. We don't want you in our agency because we don't think you have it, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but I don't have it. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know what it is, so how could I have it? I don't know. If you had asked me yesterday, I would have been like, I'm done. Why am I trying to be someone I'm not? Just do what I want to do and survive and keep surviving until this life is done. And not that makeup is like my reason for living, but it's not that this is enough to make me want to just give up on everything. It's not. It's just one more thing on top of everything else, you know? It's one more thing, one more no. How many no's are you supposed to take before you accept? The answer is no. is not just makeup. I'm getting no's everywhere. I'm getting no's in a lot of places. And it's very, very frustrating. I'm trying to grow. And I feel like that's coming slowly. And like I'll get 2 followers at one day and then I lose 3 followers and I don't even know what I'm doing to lose them. Hell, I don't even know what I'm doing to gain them, so why should I be surprised I'm losing them, right? I figured I would film today just to not lose momentum, to at least give myself time to think. But honestly, I feel like this isn't helping anything, you know? I don't know. Why did I ever expect people would want to watch me learn makeup? Why did I ever think people would give a damn what I do? I feel like there's maybe one person in the world who believes in me, and it's not even me anymore. And I think the only reason he believes in me is because he's afraid if he stops, then I'll cease to be. I won't. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. Mainly because I don't want to leave a mess for him. That's as good a reason as any to stick around, right? So I don't leave a mess for him. I don't feel part of the world anymore. I haven't really had a face-to-face conversation with anyone who isn't Wolf. In months. I know there's people online I've talked to. But if I only exist online, then do I really exist? If my friendships only exist online, do they really exist? It's very existential when you think about it. Like, if people who are here around me don't have any use for me, then do the people online? Because, I mean, there's a million other people just like me online. Apparently with more potential. So if I disappear, doesn't it follow that they'll just go find somebody with more potential? Somebody better? Maybe. Haven't decided yet. I don't know that I'm going to decide. I don't know what the answer is. Sorry. Hey, I finally got the ombre right. If you were hoping for some deep, thoughtful revelation, I am sorry to disappoint you. I don't have one of those. I don't have much of anything of value to contribute to the conversation. It is what it is. So anyways, I don't know if this is my last video or not. I mean, the gaming videos are scheduled out through July. They'll keep going. The last current video that I've filmed goes live on July 7th. The gaming videos. I filmed it not yesterday, but the day before. So I know this isn't my last video. But it might be the last one I film. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. And like I said, this is not about getting or not getting an advent calendar. Makeup's not important enough to make decisions by. It's something I enjoy. It's a hobby I love. It's more that it was one more disappointment. One more plan that I made that got shattered. I'm tired of having plans fall apart. With little ones, big ones. I'm just tired of the plans falling apart. Of getting excited about things and then having them ripped away. In the last 3 months, I have lost my job. We've lost our business. I've had to step away from things I haven't talked about on here. I have been told no so many times in the last 3 months. Or had to say no because of no's are a snowball cascade. They're snowballs that turn into an avalanche. And eventually you get buried. I think that's where I am. I think I'm buried in the snow at the bottom of an avalanche. And I just can't breathe. And more snow keeps piling on top of me. And even if it's the light, fluffy kind, that doesn't matter. I'm under so much of it. I just don't want to try anymore. Anyway. One more video I probably will never post.